we understand through all the glories of the bhaktas, through all the saints of this land, we understand one thing. What is that? Well, bhakti is something, a bhavana of the heart. Let us see how else this bhavana can unfold. You know, the dhool of the Lord, he takes to his head. Really, all wherever Bhagavan walked is sacred. That bhumi is sacred to me. This you find Vandanam of Akrura, Dasyam of Hanumanji. What a bhakti! Dasa bhakti, really. In Dasa bhakti of Hanumanji, the whole Ramayana has a happy ending. Understand? Were it not for Hanumanji's Dasa bhakti, that bhakti which made him go in such stride, it was never his Shakti, it was Sri Rama Balam. Hanumanji knew whatever he had was Sri Rama Balam. Dasya Bhakti of Hanumanji, the Sundara Kanda of Ramayana. Really, it is not mere Itihasa Ramayana, it is religious, it is spiritual, it is worthy of Parayanam. People do Parayanam of that Kanda. Really, many homes in our country. Why? Because it is religious. It is not mere history, understand? It is not mere Itihasa. It is a scripture. It teaches us what is Dasya Bhakti of Hanumanji. Dasyam Sakhyam. Sakhyam, or that friendship with the Lord. Friendship or Sugriva with the Lord. What was that friendship? This is called making a deal with Bhagavan. Making a deal which we do all the time. Bhagavan says, "Theek hai, let it be so." If that is what's going to own me up as your friend, I am your friend. In fact, I am your only friend. Because I am the only consistent person in your life. And therefore, Sakhyam, let it be so. Sugriva stands for that friendship with the Lord. That pact of friendship. A deal that you make with the Lord. How many of us has not made a deal with Tirupati Balaji? Tell me. We have had many deals with him. Every time I go to Guruvayur, I see nothing but deals being made with the Lord. Why? Because that Tulabharam is there. Tulabharam means when if you do this, I will do this. If you do that, I will do this. If you give me this, 10% is yours. Hey, why should Bhagavan listen to me? First of all, he is the one who does the work, makes my business comes through, and then I give him 10%. At least if I say 90 is yours, 10 is mine, there is something. But he says 10% for you, as if he is a salesman or something. 90% this fellow keeps. Bhagavan says Tathastu. This Ajnani Jiva, Buddhavaha, no, not Buddhava, Buddhu. He is a Buddhu. He is one who doesn't know my strength, my glory. Let it be so, Sakhyam. He is ready to make a friendship with you. And finally, in the Navavidha Bhakti, we find Atma Nivedanam. Atma Nivedanam example is given of King Bali. Raja Bali, Mahabali who promises, he was one who had all these lands. He had pretty much covered, he had conquered all the lokas. And Mahabali is tested. Another Rakshasa, understand? And therefore he has to be looked out for. His guru warns him, hey, be careful. Now in your yaga, a Brahmana will come. Don't listen to these Brahmanas. Be careful. Vamana Avatara of the Lord. He arrives as a child and comes to Bali for charity. Bali says he has heard his guru all right, but who listens to the guru? Rakshasa is one. If there is somebody who listens to the guru, he won't be a Rakshasa. The fact he doesn't listen to the guru means what? He is Bali-like. ignores the Guru's advice and then does what? Well, he offers him the three lands. What lands? Small lands. After all, a Vamana has come, asking for 3 footsteps, land covered by 3 footsteps. Bali says, why not? It is yours, Tathastu. Tathastu, all right. But then what happens? Another Dharma Leela, another Leela Avatara, and this Vamana is no more Vamana. He becomes Mahavishnu, really covering all the lands, all the 3 lokas, Tribhuvana Vapusham. He becomes one who has Tribhuvana, the 3 Bhuvana, the what you call the heavens, the earth, the up to Naraka. All this is Mahavishnu. All has been covered by the Lord. He takes his first step. Takes his first step where? The land on which he stands. Bhuloka is covered. Mahabali, who had gained this Rajyam, is in one step Dattam, gone to Mahavishnu. Second step of the Lord. Earth covered, what is left? Everything else. Everything else is all the way from Brahmaloka. Bhuhu bhuvaha suvaha maha janaha tapaha satyam. Atala vitala sutala mahatala rasatala up to patala. All the 7 up and 7 down covered by the Lord in one step. 2 steps are over. Mahavishnu is waiting for the 3rd step. Mahabali is stunned. Stunned because, hey, what has happened? Mahabali doesn't realize the land on which he stands is already Dattam, but Bhagavan has left it alone, allowed him to at least stand on his ground. Even though the ground has become shaky, no more the Bhumi belongs to Mahabali. Where is the 3rd step going to be placed? Is Mahabali's yaga going to remain adhura, incomplete for want of this what you call rinam, indebtedness to this Brahmana? He needs to fulfill his promise. There is only one land left. What is that? The only land which parallels 1 foot of Bhagavan, understand? In one land he covered the entire earth. In the next step he covered the entire cosmos. And it takes 1 step to cover this ahankara, this isolated ego of this jiva, this individual who thinks he is what he is, separate from the srishti, from creation. This ahankari, ajnani, jiva, prani, looking for the infallible, always beaten in life but still comes back to fight with the world. As Puja Swamiji would say, this ninja who is here to really always be on the defense, always ready to get back at people. This individual takes one entire step of the Lord. Mahabali recognizes, when everything is Bhagavan, what is it that I am doing here? What is this upadhi? When Bhumi is Bhagavan, the Panchabhuta is Bhagavan, this Mother Earth is this Sharira, this is already given to the Lord. In the 14 lokas, the Vayu Devata has been taken by the Lord. The Vayu in the Prana Shakti of this upadhi, is it away from Vayu Devata? Well, the Prana Shakti also belongs to the Lord. What is it that is not his? The Jnanam is his, all that is here is his. Mahabali offers Atma Nivedanam. He offers his head to the Lord and Bhagavan blesses him. That 3rd touch, the touch of the Lord is all that it takes. Tyaja dharmam adharmam cha, ubhe satya anrite tyaja, Ubhe satya nrite tyaktva yena tyajasi tatyaja. One may give up adharma, one may give up dharma. One may try to rise above dharma, adharma. One may have kshama in one's heart. But there is this person who will always remain saying, I am a kshami, I am a dharmika, I am one who is so good. I have dharma in me from top to bottom, inside out. That ahankara, that kshami, that tyagi, who claims to be a tyagi, that ahankara, when he gives up, yena tyajasi dharmam adharmam cha tat ahankaram tyaja. Give up that ahankara, that isolation, that individuality away from the Lord. Thus Mahabali is another devotee whose bhakti reveals Atma Nivedanam. Thus you find Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atma Nivedanam. What is left really? In appreciating the glories of the Lord is the bhakta out. In discovering dharma is really the prayerful individual who looks for that strength. He is Sarva Shaktiman, Bhagavan, give me that Shakti to really pray. Give me the Shakti to rise to dharma. Which is that saint who did not show that prarthana to the Lord? When Bhattataripad is unable to go to Lord Krishna, and he weeps and seeks, tells the Lord, hey, I have been your bhakta. What is it that how my bhakti has failed, please tell me. You gave these gopikas, really in that work of his Narayaniam, he describes so beautifully his dukkham, his pain. He tells, hey, you gave all these gopikas who did dandiya ras with you, Paurnami, there at the banks of Yamuna, they danced with you and you gave them darshanam, you gave them a place in your heart. Which is that the yogis, the rishi munis, the tapas they did, they got a place in your heart. What is it that I have not done? Where is it that my devotion has failed, that in my this upadhi, this body today, does not even rise to come and have your darshanam, O Lord? Thus, in this great poet, in his pain, in his search for the infallible, time comes when he looks around. What does he see? He sees, hey, where am I separate from the Lord? All that is here is the Lord. There is no place where Lord Krishna is not, Guru Ayappan is not. Which is that devotee who was not helped. Yada yada, whenever the devotee called, whether it was Mirabai, whether it was Tukaram, whether it was Draupadi, who throws her hand up, as long as she held her maryada, as long as she thought she was holding her maryada, as long as she sought protection from the humans, the mortals, the fallible, she was really nowhere. Only the moment when she throws up her hand, seeks the grace of the Lord. Hey, I am yours now. You save me or your dharma sinks. I am yours. You take care of me or your dharma has not been protected. Bhagavan has promised dharmo rakshati rakshitaha. And therefore I give myself to you, O Lord. Take care of me. That is the fearless bhakti of a bhakta. That is the fearless life of a sannyasi, incidentally. Where abhaya pradatritvam, a life given to this commitment of discovering of Ishvara. You study the Vedas, the Vedanta Shastram, you are told all that is here is Ishvara. Ishvara darshanam is Atma darshanam. Wonderful. This is what I want. I don't want to go on yatras. I want to discover my Lord who is in my own heart. That's the easiest thing for me. I don't have to move from my seat. The problem is, how do I discover Him? This individual gives up everything else in his life that mattered to him. Today, time comes when nothing matters. All that matters is Ishvara Darshanam. He becomes a sannyasi. He becomes that individual who walks fearless in search of the infallible, quitting, giving up all that the samaj, the society looks for. Why does he give up? That tapas has really put fire in his heart to discover the Lord. Well, that is the sannyasi this culture regards, reveres. Anyone, any bhakta, the culture reveres, because all devotion is for that infallible, for the discovery of that infallible, the nimitta karanam of creation. In our program of the 7th part, the theme is Ishvara and religious disciplines. You will find a section where the Lord is talked about as nimitta karanam. With this urge, with this growth, with this search, with this tapas, with this desire to have kshama, with the desire to have tapas, the threshold of his pain grows. He becomes a dharmika. He becomes mature. This bhakta now wishes to know this Ishvara Swarupam. He wants to know, where is this Lord for whom I have done so much prarthana, so much upasana? I wish to know Him. I wish to understand Him. I wish never to lose Him in my life, like that Dhruva, that child. Later realize, I wish never to lose Ishvara Darshanam. In all that I see, I must always be one with the Lord. When this individual, in his maturity, begins to discover and finds these pressing questions in his heart. Who is this Lord? Is He really in this creation apart from knowledge? Is He away? We are told He is Parvati Parameshwarau. The Isha Vasyam Idam Sarvam He has heard. But Idam is Jadam. How Jadam can be knowledge and sentiency and Ishvaraha? In fact, in Jadam cannot be consciousness. Consciousness cannot be Jadam. And therefore, what is the truth of Bhagavan? When this bhakta asks these questions, the answer is ready for him. The answer is waiting for him. All it took was little thinking process. The same Veda comes up. The same Veda teaches, well, what you see before you is, yes, this Jagat that appears to be inert. There is another dimension to the Lord as a creator, the Lord as a karanam. He is not only nimitta karanam, He is also karanam of creation. What is it you are saying? Well, let us look into what is this second dimension of the Lord. What is this karanatvam? You mean to say you have not revealed to me Ishvara Swarupam fully? Well, you were not ready for it. To understand that, you started as a Nastika. Remember that Nastika, that Charvaka? To bring him from a Nastika to an Astika, to an Astika, not an Astika. To bring him from a Nastika to a Astika, an Astika. All we could do was understand Bhagavan as nimitta karanam. If there is something more for me to own up, when I see the Lord as nimitta karanam, that doesn't help me make this jadam creation doesn't help me discover sanctity in the fan, in the stars, in the books, in the lamp. In all that is here, I don't see sanctity. The Lord is nimitta karanam, all right. But how do you say all that is here is sacred? Answer to this we will see when we meet tomorrow morning in the second revelation of Ishvara. With this we close for now. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.